Amber Bookstore LLC is your place to go for one-stop shopping for books regarding African Americans, Africans, and Black people. Get your books, history books, nonfiction books, novels, children's books, all types of books in regards to the diaspora from Amber Bookstore LLC.
St. Louis dropping, popping, popping, popping. Black bodies on the line. Let the creator elevate your mind. New hits like this, like this. Like three, you're out, no mistake. That's the way the beats break. My old man, sleeping in his The Redemption Song by the V. Sometimes grumbling and complaining, but always keeping on. A garden of fragrant flowers. Then you, woman child. Last poet, you know it. Flowering garden of my heart, and my heart open to you. Pick it up at your local neighborhood stores. Flowing out.
Welcome to another episode of a News You Can Use podcast. My name is Frenchier. I am the host and creator of a News You Can Use podcast, and we are grateful to have you for another episode. Follow us on Spotify, rate the podcast, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Facebook at BNS LLC and Instagram as well. We have a great business spotlight on the line. We have Kira Williams. She is an aspiring model and actress. Welcome to the air, Kira. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. We met on the Clubhouse Industry Connect page. I connected with her on Instagram afterwards, and shout out to D Castro for creating the Industry Connect room in Clubhouse. Y'all should definitely connect with like-minded people on the new Clubhouse app. It is a great networking experience. This is how I was able to meet our sister right here. So tell us about yourself, who you are, where you're from, where you living now. Tell us, give us some background history of yourself.
Yes, ma'am. So you already introduced me. My name is Kira Williams, and I go by Kira J sometimes because that's what my family members have called me all my life, or they call me Goldbrick. I am from a little area called Roe Gully, Louisiana. Nobody knows how to spell it. Nobody knows where it is. You can drive right by it and won't know that you did. So I have been in that area all of my life, and then I moved to Pineville, kind of smaller, it's a bigger area, let me say that. Bigger area with my mom. And I was with her for another 11 years of my life. Now I'm 21 today, and I am in the process of moving from Alexandria, Louisiana, or Pineville, Louisiana, to Houston, Texas. Right now I'm a dispatcher at RPSO, that stands for Rapides Parish, and Sheriff's Office. And right now I'm moving to Houston because I'm looking to broaden my connections. I'm looking to look out there and find better jobs, because in Louisiana, I'll be honest with you, there's not too many modeling agencies. There's not too many agents willing to help you. All they're about out there is money. Let's say that. Let's be honest. And that's anywhere, but in a small town like that, and you being a small town girl, people would take advantage of your kindness, your humbleness, and they will throw you to the dogs if they can. So, that's why I said it's time for me to move and find a different area to go to and connect with more people, because that's what all of this is about. It's all about opening doors for each other, and just making all types of connections, giving some type of help if you can. And I appreciate you bringing me on your podcast. This is lovely and this is nice. I also write books, and I also write comics. but I do that with someone, which is my boyfriend. We started about, I want to say sometime last year, was early last year, and it's been on and off. It's you got to stay with it. Let's say that, it's very hard to get off track, especially with me being in college still. I have a lot going on, so I try to make sure I'm grounded. I try to make sure I'm sticking to whatever goal that I'm trying to get to. It's so we will be coming out with that comic book soon, and Matt, just be looking out for probably end of the year. And I am starting up a YouTube channel. It's gonna be a little bit of everything. Some people stick to just one thing on their YouTube channel, but because I do a little bit of everything, like I am my own MUA, and I also, like I said, I write. I feel like I just want to do my YouTube channel, base my YouTube channel on my journey to success, and giving all thanks to Clubhouse, because again, I would not have been able to meet you or be here without Clubhouse and make other connections on Clubhouse. Um, I also will talk. I also will do a little bit of gaming too, because I won't lie. I play the game a lot, but why not make profit off of something I like to do? I also like to journal a little bit. I was wanting to go to school for journalism, but I ended up changing my major to English and then humanities and now sociology. So I'm not changing it anymore, and I'm sticking to it, and I'm getting out of school. I changed my mind so much, it's horrible, but I know I gotta, I got to stick to whatever decision I make, because I'm living my life for myself and no one else. So, and a lot of times I felt like that when it came to being in school. I felt like I was living for my mother. I always just wanted to, I want to make my mom happy. I want her to be proud of me. And we all want that. But at a certain age, I feel like, whatever decision you make now is going to affect you. It's not going to affect our parents or anybody else. So, yeah.
That's lovely. Congratulations on your books and your YouTube page and college. I actually got my degree in psychology and sociology. So
Oh,
I got a sociology degree. So know all about that stuff. So
congratulations.
congratulations. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So
Hopefully.
what is your comic about?
So the comic is about, I believe it's 4 or 5 Black young teenagers. They're in this city and they all go to school together. And then mysteriously one day they just run across this, I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to spoil too much, but they run across this thing and it gives them superpowers. So now they're all fighting crime in the cities and they're trying to learn these new things about themselves. They can't control their powers right now. I feel like it's gonna be something really good. People are gonna love. We don't get to see a lot of that anymore. And I grew up watching a lot of excuse me. Excuse me. But I grew up watching Static Shock, and that was a show as a Black teenager, and he had superpowers. And that was around the late 90s, early 2000s. We don't really get to see that anymore. So
What was
I
the
feel
name
like
of it?
it was Static Shock.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it all wrong. But yeah, that's something I feel like that the comic book is a little bit inspired from that show. And we had some more. I remember it was a few Disney Channel movies. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a Black family that had powers. It's a lot that inspired it. And also us being Black people, we want the younger generations to see that they can be superheroes too if they want to.
Yes, that's right. That's right. We need more of that in the world. It's they call that as Afrofuturism, where you see us in the future.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you to be a model and actress? What inspired you to be that?
I want to say Tyra Banks inspired me to be a model. I used to watch America's Top
Oh,
Next
one.
all the time. Um, but I didn't start modeling until I was 12 years old. And I think around that time I did my first pageant. It was really, really nice. And I said, okay, this is something that I can get into that I'm interested in. I think I did my first portfolio when I was 12 years old too, but I now have to update it and stuff. So I haven't really posted anything new, but I have posted a few photo shoots that I've done over the year. Like I did a new photo shoot for Christmas, and I plan to have a lot more projects coming up this year. And I'm hoping to connect with some big modeling agencies or find an agent and hopefully go from there and get a contract to get signed with someone, anyone at this point, because I'm not a picky person, but I do want someone that represents who I am and my morals and my background.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And you will get that.
Right. And the acting, I've done a few school plays when I was younger, and I did a commercial. I haven't really been into acting. I've always wanted to act since I was a little girl, but I never got around to it because I was into modeling more. So now I want to focus on both aspects of my life, and I'm hoping that I'm get this casting part that's coming up in this movie. It's called A-Town movie, the second movie. Should be on Prom, I believe. But I'm not sure what the party is yet. Any type of exposure and experience for me is, something good. So,
Definitely.
with that, and hopefully I get that part, and I will definitely let you know if I do.
Yes. That's exciting.
Thank
I,
you.
I think I heard A-Town talking in the Clubhouse group, right?
He was there. He was there. Him and his publicist.
Nice.
Yes. And that's how
Very
I
cool.
met. Thank you.
Very cool.
Thank you.
So
That'll be
Kira,
too.
that'll be what?
That'll be my first movie.
Okay. That's what's up now. Okay. Moving on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Exciting. I hope you get the part two. Have you already
Yeah.
auditioned?
All we've done is introduce ourselves, and we haven't, like I said, he hasn't really gotten to the cast. He's just explained everything. He's still looking for a location, and he already told us how many people he's looking to put in the movie. So I'm gonna make sure if I do get that part, I'm gonna make sure to keep pushing and go for more movies because I don't want it to just stop there.
That's right.
So.
So I have this interview series called Black Influencers Values, and it's to get into leaders' heads and find out their inspirations and motivations. So Kira, describe yourself in 3 words.
In 3 words, powerful, consistent, and ambitious.
All right. What was that
That's my
fleeting
words.
moment? What was that fleeting? What did you say? I'm sorry.
Ma'am?
Well, I didn't hear you.
I
didn't hear what you said.
Oh, you didn't hear the 3 words?
You said ambitious, powerful.
I was saying, and consistent.
Yes.
That's
what was that?
It's all about.
Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
I was saying it's all about.
Yes, it really is.
Yes, especially in this industry.
What was that fleeting moment in your life that catapulted you to your present self, but certainly could have really gone the other way?
Whew. Okay, let me think on this one because I have a lot of those moments. Okay, so there's this one time. Let's see. So one time when I was I want to say about 10, 11 years old. I believe I'm very mature, so and I've gone through a lot in my lifetime. So for this short lifetime I've been here. So it was around that time, and I was moving from my aunt's house to my mother's house, and I was a different person before I moved to my mother's house. I've been exposed to, and it's not bad things, I've been exposed to so much. It turned me, that's at that point, that's when I knew I was becoming a different person. I was the young girl that grew up in a Christian home, and all I did was listen to gospel music. I went to church. I did everything my aunt asked me to do and went to school. That was it. Got around my mother, and I got around my siblings that I didn't really know at the time. And it's like this different spirit had came into me, and I came less, I became more, I started listening more into the Black community. I feel like I started finding myself more when I started living with my mother. I feel like I wasn't really connected with the Black community when I was living with my aunt. And I also found out that at that time, that's when I found out I wanted to model. So it could have went differently, because I feel like if I would have stayed with my aunt, I would have been this shut in, shy person that doesn't like to speak up. Closed mouths don't get fed around here. So, I feel like I'm grateful to both of them, to my aunt and my mom, because now I can mix both of those people that I transformed from. And, I like where I am now. I feel like my mom has taught me strength, and my aunt has taught me she's taught me humbleness. That's I feel like that's very important when it comes to what you want to do in life, or whatever jobs you're looking for. People look for those two qualities in a person when they're picking someone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are your morning and nightly rituals?
Praying. Just get down. I thank God for waking me up in the morning time. At nighttime, I thank Him for bringing me back home to sleep. And, I also thank Him for the things that I have. I thank Him for the people in my life. And I also do a little skincare too. But for the most part, I just pray, and I just thank God for what He's given me.
Yeah. Who should I interview next?
Who should you interview next? I have a boyfriend that he has his own business, A1 Graphics. I feel like he should get his business out there more. He does great work, awesome work, but he doesn't, like me, he doesn't have the right connections, and I feel like his work should be put out there more. So I do everything I can on my end to help him out, and I just pray to God that He brings us both out of the areas that we're in and we elevate. His name is Ashton Taylor, by the way.
Yes. What's his name?
Ashton Taylor.
How you spell that?
ASHTON Taylor.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, you connect me to him, so he can schedule a interview.
Yes, ma'am. I definitely will. I'll after the podcast is over, I'll send you his information and his contact information.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
And that's sweet of you
Thank you.
to promote your guy. That's what you're supposed to do too.
Yes, ma'am. Always. As Black women, we have to elevate our Black men with us, and vice versa.
That's right. That's right. Who is your target audience and your self-proclaimed niche, talents, and our gifts?
My target audience, um, To be honest with you, I think it's anyone that's willing to work, anyone that feels like me when I was a little girl, like you're stuck in one place and you can't get out. And my gifts and talents, I want to say writing and doing makeup. Um, let's see, the modeling and acting. You know, I feel like it's gonna come to me because I don't really talk about myself like that. I know I have many talents. I also used to play piano, but I haven't been around it often. I sing sometimes, but I get a little shy when I sing. And what else do I do? It'll come to me, but I do have many talents. It's just I've been taught not to speak of myself in that manner, not all the time, because you don't want to come off as big headed, you know.
I understand.
So it's hard to answer that question when people ask me right off the bat.
I understand. But self promotion also is the best promotion.
Yeah, yeah. I
and
need to.
so and so there's a difference between being cocky and being confident.
Right, right,
Because sometimes it's okay to let people know who you are.
right. Okay. So let me say this then. Um, I'm a great listener, and I
Good.
also a great motivational speaker. I can say that because a lot of people come to me and ask me for advice, and I give the best advice that I can because I want to see everybody eat. And also, I might leave that one out of there because everybody always talking about my driving.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. I feel like one of the many talents that I feel like would help me, but I'm scared sometimes is definitely the singing. As like I said earlier, I get very shy. I don't know why. And I've sung before in front of hundreds of people. Did when I was in junior high up to high school,
Mm-hmm.
we had concerts and I would sing then. And then also I sung the alma mater for my high school during my graduation. And
Nice.
yeah, like I don't know why I get so shy when I get up on stage, and it'll go away after I start singing. But it's when I get up there at first, I just get the sweating in my palms and I'm shaking. I have to tell myself to calm down and relax. And I also used to sing during Bible meetings at school. I mean, not at school, at church. Every Wednesday, I used to do that when I was a little girl. I used to love to sing, and then after I got to high school, I just kind of shut down with it. So I feel like I'm gonna try to explore that a little more too.
All right. Do your thing. I love it.
Thank you.
What did the young you envision, see, think, or was told to make you impact people the way you do?
Um, the younger version of me was always told to, be a young lady. That was the number one thing. Stay with God. Um, the younger me always envisioned myself as this, this. I don't know why I thought I was gonna be a tall black woman because I'm short, but um, always thought I was gonna be this successful woman with my luggage walking around and got my hair done, walking somewhere downtown, maybe in New York or somewhere in Atlanta, with my trench coat on and my nice high heels. And I always saw myself walking down the runway too. I just always envisioned myself doing something that I loved or just being successful. So, I carried that with me till up till now, and I'm gonna continue to carry that with me.
Yes, it was kind of funny asking the question because I'm like, wait, this is the young you. What?
Right? I just turned 21, so I'm
You're my
still
youngest guest.
really.
Yes.
I'm a baby. Yes, it's that. But I have a lot to offer and I have a lot to give as a young woman. So
Of course you do. Of course you do. I definitely saw your value and was like, come on, girl, come on, come on this show. Kira, what is your favorite book, song, and quote, and why?
favorite book. Okay, there was this book I read called Miracle Child when I was in the 4th grade. That was my favorite book because that kind of opened up my eyes a little bit. I looked at the world differently. It was about two, I want to say they were minorities. It didn't really give out the information of what race they were, but from what I was reading, it definitely gave me the idea that they were minorities. They went through a lot when it came to violence in the community. Um, I believed it was a long time that I read it, but I believe that their mother had passed away, and they were all brothers. They were going through a lot of things, and I looked at them like, I don't go through those things. It's a lot of people out here that actually do have to deal with this, and they have to go through. They have to walk through life day to day with all of this on their mind, and then come back home. You see people every day, and they may seem fine, but it's stuff going on at home that we don't know anything about. So that's one thing I feel like that taught me to always treat others with respect and kindness. Don't judge anybody either, because you never know what they're going through. My favorite song, I don't have a favorite song because I listen to everything and I love every song. If you ask somebody, or if you're in the car with me, I'll be like, "Ooh, this is my song every 5 minutes." So I don't have a favorite song, but I will listen to whatever you put on. What you said? My favorite movie
Quote.
quote. Hmm. The most disrespected person is the black woman. And that the quote by Malcolm X is my favorite quote. Because as I got older and kept looking at or experiencing different things, I really and truly see that black women are the most disrespected people on this earth. And being in the area that I grew up in, I was around other white people. I was around mainly white people, and all my best friends were white. And that's why I was talking about the difference between living with my aunt and my mom. My aunt had me in the nice areas, the suburbs. My mom, we still live in a nice area, but it was more mixed. And that's why I said I became more in tune with my black side once I moved in with my mom.
Okay, thank you. On the songs though, can you give me top three?
Top three. Okay. My favorite artist is Jacob Lattimore. He's an R&B artist. So I want to say, "Come Over Here" is one of the top one for this year. Top two, I want to say I like Ariana Grande, "Point of View," and the third one, I like "Damaged" by HER. Because it's gonna change tomorrow. Watch.
Okay, what was the song about? I'm writing this down. What was the song
Okay.
by Ariana Grande?
"Point of View."
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
You welcome.
Name two things you want to tell the world.
Two things I want to tell the world: keep eating. Keep eating no matter how hard it gets. You better keep going. And the second thing is enjoy life. Don't rush it. And also don't miss out on any opportunities that you may have or come across. Uh, you don't want to live life with any regrets. Always everything that we do and everything we go through is a lesson, or it's an achievement.
Already. Are you a saver or a shopper? And what are your financial strategies?
Can I be both?
You can be both.
Oh my God, I shop so much, but I am putting myself on a leash when it comes to shopping because I will shop and go get clothes and shoes and clothes and shoes. But I also have to tell myself to stop. So I will tell myself to stop. I am a little disciplined with that. And what was the second question?
What are your financial strategies?
My financial strategies. Uh, Once you get that check, put half of that check in the savings. And don't touch it. Don't touch
Right.
it because it's so hard to not touch it. And if you have to sit there and ask yourself, do I need? Sit there and ask yourself, do I need it or do I want it? If you want it, don't get it. If you need it, get
What that is.
it. Yeah, that's exactly how I live. If I say, ooh, if I stand there and look at it and say, ooh, I don't want it. I don't want it. I just like it. But if I say I have to have it, I'm going to go ahead and get it.
That's great. Okay, Kira, does your key values and life mission speak first to your race and then the world, vice versa, or that is not a thought of yours as you live day to day?
It speaks first to my race.
When you have something that's super important to you, what do you tell yourself to get pumped?
Oh, I tell myself so much. Um, so when you ask me that question, does that come down to anything like a race or whenever
Anything.
anything? Okay, so if I'm running a race,
You
girl,
run?
yes, ma'am. I used to run track in high school.
Okay.
So whenever we did that, um, I used to tell myself, "You about to eat, girl, and you about to cut up, no scissors." That's exactly what I tell myself. And then I do this right here.
That's funny.
Oh, I do a little thing. I get everybody together because I was the co-captain. So I get everybody together and we'll start doing a little dance or something. Oh, it's I remember this one time we were just being funny. We got in the middle and we all said, "My knees, I can't." And we started wobbling our knees a little bit. It was funny.
So what about now? What do you do before for a runway show or something?
Oh, so I haven't done any runway shows in a while. The last one I did was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Um, so for the runway shows, I trust me, you get real nervous when you get out there, and because you're standing there. I guess it's the time that you're waiting, you're sitting there waiting is what makes you nervous. But when you actually get out there, okay, it's like I'm in my head, boom, you got this. You better show them how bad you are, girl. You better, and I sling my hair side to side, and I put myself up, say, "You girl, you look good. You better go out there and strut that stuff like you ain't never strutted before, like you trying to win a trophy."
Yes. I love it. That's great. Name
Oh
five
my
people
goodness.
that you know.
Unlike they
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
the No, you good, you good. I'm sorry. That was me.
What were you gonna say though?
I was gonna say, like the new sayings now, because I was trying to relate to people like my sister's age and stuff, because they all about TikTok now. Um, it's this one video this girl was saying stiff well when she was swinging her hair. Oh my goodness, they cut up on that app.
I haven't graduated to TikTok. I got enough trouble trying to manage Facebook and Instagram, and I have several pages, so it's like I got enough going on.
Wait on TikTok because I'm still trying to learn everything that's going on. Man, at first I was like, I'm not getting on there. I'm not doing it. And I got on there. I said, okay, I see why everybody's staying on here. It's actually really fun.
That's funny. Name 5 people that you know that embody instrumental traits children should emulate.
5 people?
Yes, and you can know them or you don't know them.
Okay. Michelle Obama. Let's see. Cause see now this question is a little hard for me to answer because I only have a few people that I look up to in life. I'll go ahead and throw in my mother in there because she's going through a lot, and I feel like she's overcome and overpowered a lot of the obstacles in her life. And the third person I want to say my aunt as well because she's done so much for our family. My great grandmother, she is the light of everybody. She's the glue that holds the family together. And for 2 more people, I want to give a shout out to the sorority, the Deltas, the Reds. I really love how they uphold themselves in the community. And last person I want to say, is it bad? I want to throw myself in there.
No.
Okay. Well, for the last person, I picked myself because, like I said, a lot of us have struggled so much, and I'm throwing myself in there because I've come a long way. 21 and now, I've come a long way maturity wise, and I could have gave up so easily, but I didn't. I'm still here today, and that's why I want to put myself as number 5.
Ashe. Name 5 people, Kira, that you know that are powerhouses in their industries.
Okay. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. People love her despite everything that has happened with her family and her marriage. She upholds herself as someone I say is very, very easy to look up to. She also helps out college students too. That's another reason why. 2, I want to say Beyonce. Who don't love Beyonce now? But her fan base is why everybody tries to discredit her. And that shouldn't be a reason why you should discredit that woman. Number 3, who is somebody that let me think. Well, can I use you as my number 3?
Oh, of course. Thank you. That's so sweet.
Welcome. Because you're really, with this, with podcasting, I want to say you're doing a great job,
Thank you.
getting together. And you did not have to bring me here. So I do appreciate you for that.
I appreciate you as well, Kira.
Thank you.
That was sweet.
For no, you would. Thank you. I try to be as sweet as I can. Number 4, there's a lot of young ladies. I want to give a shout out to this young lady I know. I don't think she knows me. Her name is Jay Oliver. She is here in Louisiana, but she's in New Orleans, and she has her own. She sells clothing. I think she was one of the first people that became popular and started all of this here before everybody, like before COVID. Excuse me, before COVID, and everyone started popping up with their new businesses. I think she was one of the first people, and her clothes are very cute. So if you ever want to shop with her, her stuff is called the J Oliver Collection, and I think that's her Facebook name. And number 5, I'm gonna give it to my mom again because she's also a hairstylist and she does a great job. She's been doing hair for a long, long time. I can't even remember. I was going to school with her, but going and popping up with her when she was in beauty school at the
Yes.
Pine School here, not here, in Louisiana, back in Louisiana. I watched her graduate and I was there when she was doing her class here. So I definitely want to give a shout out to her for that.
Nice. Do you have a website or your business name? What's your business name?
My business name is Kira Jacob. That's what I'm going by from this day forward. And my website, let's see here. I think I posted it on there because it's not I put my YouTube website in there.
Okay.
So
In your
yeah.
profile?
Yes, ma'am. It should say KJ from VA.
Okay, let me look.
I'm gonna use that until I branch out and create my own website because I have not got to that point yet.
Okay, good. I got it. Well, it's been such a lovely time talking to you, Kira. I want to thank you so much for your genuineness and your openness to share your story with me and our audience. Our last segment before we get out of here is mining for diamonds. And I ask that you give 2 pieces of advice that you would give to entrepreneurs or new business owners.
Okay. So gem number 1, always stay close to your roots. If you have the opportunity to open a door for the next person coming up, you do that. We all we all should want to see it. We should want to see everyone eat. So, always stay close to your roots. Always help if you can and always support if you can. Number 2, I want to say that no matter what is going on in your life, please don't give up. Please keep going and please keep striving for greatness. I know things get hard. Trust me, I know, because I've been there and I wanted to give up so many times. It's the reason why I'm still in school, because I could have been graduated. But you keep going no matter what. Don't compare your success to the next person's success. Because Jesus. Oh no, hold up. I don't know what happened just then. But
Okay.
never compare your success to someone else because we all will have our moments at being successful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And like that, it's a wrap. And we thank you so much for coming on the show, Kira. It was a pleasure talking with you today. Y'all connect with Kira. What is your social media?
My social media is Kira Jacole. That's KiraJicole. Kira Jacole. That's my first and my middle name. It's on my
That's on Instagram?
Yes, ma'am. Instagram and Twitter. I need to get more active with Twitter though. I had to create another Twitter page because I was locked out of my other one. So yeah, that's why I had to start completely over with that. And I'm also rebranding myself too, so it's good that I started over with my Twitter.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that we connected. Y'all follow us on our BNS LLC Instagram and Facebook pages. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify so that you can be notified when the next episode drops. rate and rate the podcast and rank the podcast so that other people like yourselves can hear the podcast. Share the podcast with your friends and family, people. You can also directly support the podcast by donating through the anchor.fm app. You can also donate directly through Cash App and PayPal. All that information will be in the show notes. We thank you for tuning in to another episode of A News You Can Use podcast. Send us your music. We'll definitely listen to it and we'll play it on the podcast. We are seeking sponsors to advertise on the podcast, so connect with us on our social media platforms, or you can email us at anewsyoucanusepodcast@gmail.com. And we thank you, Kira, again for coming on the show. Peace and blessings. You're welcome.
All right.
Do you want to bring balance to all the wireless radiation fields in your life, including 5G? The Omnia Radiation Balancer is a small sticker you can stick on any device. It changes the state of the field and creates a new resonance between the wireless radiation and your energy field. On the link below, you'll see all our testing results that show how the body responds excellently once you've made this change in your life. Plus, you can enter the discount code BBE in capital letters for a 10% discount. It's easy to bring balance back to your body with the Omnia Radiation Balancer.
The beats behind the thank yous for participating and sponsoring the Ujamaa market is mine. The beat is called Afrofuturistic Beats. So that's my beat behind my thank yous. Peace.
Check this out. Yo, them beats is poppin'. Check this out. St. Louis' very own hit record release. Love Song. By JCD, rap artist. Yeah, he's fat. Check this out. From MIDT Records, B&B Productions. Pick it up at your local neighborhood store.
Thank you so much to all of our financial supporters of A News You Can Use podcast. I ask that you consider buying me a coffee or becoming a patron of A News You Can Use podcast. What your support does is it helps me to continue to produce and publish episodes, and it's helping me to level up, to buy equipment for the podcast, like microphones and different software that is needed to edit the podcast and make it sound better for you. So I appreciate it if you please buy me a coffee or become a patron, or you can donate directly through the Anchor FM app. And if you give $9.99 per month, I'll receive a higher percentage of your donation. I really appreciate you. Thank you. The links are in the show notes. Peace and blessings.
Free your mind while it's time. What's up with that? I got one thing on my mind. Revolution. Yo, that's Pharaoh Jerome. Please make me die 1,000 deaths in a day, and then I won't jump in the front while you put it down for new time. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. Shalom, shalom. Hotel. Yeah, MIDT Records. B&B Productions. Rhythmic sound. Love. Yo, check it out. At all your local neighborhood stores.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of a News You Can Use podcast, where we promote melanated business owners across the diaspora, promoting positivity across the diaspora whilst changing our narrative, giving Black business owners and African business owners a platform to talk their shit. Subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts. Review the podcast and rate the podcast on Apple Podcasts. It helps us a lot because it helps more people discover us, and it helps us to get more sponsors to continue to produce more episodes and elevate the podcast. Follow us on Spotify. That way, when you follow and subscribe, you'll be notified of the next episode when it's released. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at BE and Us LLC. B and Us LLC. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Comment on the posts, your feedback, comments, or questions in regards to any of the episodes you've listened to. Leave us a voice message on the Anchor app. It's a free app you can download, and you can leave us a voice message, which I may play on the next episode. You can give us any suggestions, any suggested guests, feedback. I just want to hear from you. So leave us a message on Anchor app. Super excited about all of the new products and lines that I've designed through B&Us LLC. So I've been painting and putting the paintings on merchandise. So you can purchase the original art. You can purchase shower curtain sets, prints, framed prints, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, fanny packs, all that you can purchase in either the B&Us LLC threadless artist shop or the Teespring store. You can just click B&Us LLC in the show notes, and that will take you to the link tree that will display all of the links where you can purchase items by B&Us LLC and by Roblin's Customs, by the Buy Black campaign. We're still selling the 100th year commemoration of Black Wall Street's, Tulsa's Black Wall Street, and the Tulsa Massacre, where we got red, black, and green hoodies commemorating that event in life. I have great news. I have dropped a new album. So what? Wicked. I dropped a new album. I made some tracks and with my iPhone, and they are available for purchase on Apple Music and Amazon Music, and you can stream it on Spotify. follow my artist page on Spotify. And the album's called Supernova Universe. So it's all instrumental tracks, dope beats, dope fresh beats. I believe that you'll enjoy them. And share on your social media. Tag me. When you've purchased a song or the album. It's only $7 for the album, and or 99 cents for each track. So I'd love to hear your feedback on the album as well on Instagram or Facebook, the BNS LLC pages. Tap in with us in regards to the Omnia Radiation Balancer, where it harmonizes the radiation and energies flowing from your electronic devices. It balances the energy to your body. Awesome product. If you use code B, capital B, you get 10% off. There's more information in the show notes. Musicians, send us your music to anewsyoucanusepodcast@gmail.com. That's anewsyoucanusepodcast@gmail.com. Thank you. My Turn by Kazi Beat.